Hello everybody. OCD Hi-Fi here. And what might this little warning thing be? Can you see that? What does it say? It says, no, we can't read it. I can't. It says silver paste. That's what it says. Okay, what this stuff here is, take a look. That is nearly 100% silver nanoparticles in some sort of a grease. And that is something that we OCDers are going to use inside our panel. Okay, so again, this is the electrical panel that comes right off the feed, right off the meter box on the outside of the house. It comes all the way around and it pops through the wall here. And now we have a secondary electrical panel for the house. It's for the rig, and it is completely isolated from the rest of the house. So there is nothing else on this panel but the audio system. And every piece of equipment, so every amp is on its own home run 220 volt. So you see those red and blacks coming off the side there? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 amplifiers. And if we go out, look at that. And so, and all the grounds are shielded, and these ground, they're separated. So the grounds come down, and bam, we go into the junction box down there. We've got the dedicated grounds that are separated and isolated. Those come in through, you see those white things on the bottom? Those come in from the earth rods outside the house. There are 4 ground rods and 4 feeds coming in, and we will have 2 bus bars, one for signal ground, one for safety ground. Okay, so here we are. Down in there, that's where we'll put 2 sockets there. There'll be the twist lock Neutrik power cons, and we'll feed the amps. Okay, so now what we're going to do with this, you can see in the top, if we look right here, see how there's that little paste goes in there? Okay, so that kind of fills the gaps. Obviously, the stranded wire that's going here is stranded pure copper. It's got big strands. Okay, so when you crank that thing down, there's gaps for sure in that thing. You know, it doesn't make it all the way, totally flat and, cold weld or whatever. So anywhere that we have an interface, we're going to put the silver. So we're going to put it all in all of these sockets. So we're going to pull the wire out, put a little on the wire, crank that back down, and then we're also going to remove the breaker, pull it out, and then we're going to put it on the blade of the back plane in there, right down the middle, that copper. We will put a little bit of the silver paste there and put this in, and now we will have much lower resistance at those contact points, and we're good to go. And then when we assemble the other side, and we're assembling the junction boxes with the power cons, we will then also put silver down in there, paste in all those joints. So we will have the best connection possible with the lowest resistance. And also we'll do all the grounds. And we're getting closer little by little. It's just a time thing. I'm slammed with stuff to do. I can't dedicate the time to flip the room at this point, but we'll be doing a little bit day by day. So catch up with us, and eventually you'll see this room turn into something really great. We'll flip over to this side. We'll have all the audio over here. We will have, back here will be these chairs. Those are killer chairs, by the way, for listening to audio for hi-fi. Okay, so we'll have the chairs will be all over here, over against this wall, and then the audio rig will be back there. And then we'll do the proper clouds and stuff, and we'll put bass traps. I'm going to put bass traps. I think I'm going to put the bass trap on, where those windows are. We might you see how this sticks out here, this beam? Okay, and then it goes across. I might just flush this out with a like a fabric wall that is one giant bass trap. That whole section there, all the way there, be one big bass trap, and then I could do another one there. But the door's here, so we won't cover the door, but we could do one that's maybe like, what is that, 8 feet, 6 feet, something like that. So this section right here, just covered it. We don't use the windows here at all, so it doesn't matter if they're blacked out with bass trap. And then we'll put some probably a QRD right behind, some sort of diffusion straight back here where the main rack will be. And so it'll be quite exciting. But stay tuned, and we'll show you all the little kind of features that we're going to do, such as silver paste in the isolated junction box, to make it the best we possibly can. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. We'll talk to you soon.